Rivals.com national basketball analyst Eric Bossi. I'm here with five-star Mo Bamba at the McDonald's AllAmerican Game.
Yep.
Mo, I know this is a major goal for any high school basketball player. What's it feel like to finally be here?
Oh, I mean, it's unreal. I mean, to be named 2 months ago was kind of like, all right, like this is cool, but to actually be here and actually be around the other guys and play with them is just unreal. And have that McDonald's across your chest is it's crazy. I mean, no other feeling in the world feels like it.
You know, we asked this of all the guys, you know, when you look across at that West team, is there anyone that you feel like matching up against? It's almost like it seems like there's a little bit of a rivalry that's developed over the years with you and DeAndre, and it seems like now's a chance for round 5, 6, whatever it may be. Are you looking forward to getting another chance at going at him, or is there anyone else that you kind of want to go head-to-head with?
Absolutely. Whenever I get a chance to go up against somebody who's measured as good as me or even better, it's just, I mean, you play all out. You play with your heart, and I think I'm 4-0. But I think I'm 4-0.
Not keeping track at all, though. Right?
Not keeping track, not at all. But it's just honestly, it's just great to go up against guys who are ranked higher than you, and you kind of want to go out with a bang. It's just want to play with a chip on your shoulder.
Okay, we've got the 4 schools: Duke, Kentucky, Michigan, Texas. 3 of them in the NCAA tournament. 1 of them not.
All 4 out now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But 3 of them made it, 1 of them not. When you watch them, does how they do in the NCAA tournament factor in at all, or is that really not much of a factor?
Not really, because I've been watching them all year long, and they've just been doing the same stuff. But actually, the one thing that I say they're doing differently is that you can see like they're going more to like guys who they're more dependent on, and that kind of factors into like if I'm playing well all year long, that they're gonna go to me in the postseason, which will be awesome. The March Madness has just been unreal as far as like I've been watching and kind of like my bracket is done.
Everybody's is though. At
Yeah,
this point,
that's true. I bet you there's this one guy somewhere in like Wyoming.
Right. He's like, I don't know. I really like this path for South Carolina to get here. You know, it happens. Somebody picked it.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least Frank Martin's wife, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, let's go. I want to talk about Texas a little bit. The one that didn't make it. You know, they had an elite big man this year, Jared Allen. Really struggled in the Big 12. I think they were 4-14 in conference, maybe. Now he's entered the draft. Don't know for sure that he's going to stay in the draft, but presumably he's probably going to stay in. Good chance for him to be a top 15 type pick. When they talk to you, what is it they say that you could? How could you be different? And what do you feel like you could do to kind of change things? Because you know it's going to be a really important year in Austin next year for them to get some wins.
Exactly, absolutely. I mean, they're gonna. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna. We're not really sure yet, but they're gonna have a better team as far as like having a point guard and Matt Coleman, and they just kind of watch like the progression of Jared Allen this whole entire year. Like he started off the year not looking too good, but now like he's solidified himself as probably like as a top 15 draft pick. But whether if he comes back or not, I don't think it's really gonna affect my decision because I feel as if I can play with him or play against him. So.
Michigan is another one that's kind of interesting to me too, because I don't think, at least under Coach Beilein, that they've ever had a guy like you. So when they sit down and try and explain to you how you fit in their system, how do they go about doing that when they don't really have like a ready-made example to point to?
I kind of asked him, kind of wanted to pick his brain about that, but his answer was very simple. It was we have guys who are ranked, you know, out of the top 100. Not unknown guys, 2-star guys, and we turned them into pros. And he was saying, like, I can't even imagine what we can do with you.
Kentucky, you know, they've always been known their best teams have had a guy in the back to kind of anchor things with their shot blocking. So that fit is there, but also they have another shot blocker already with Nick Richards, one of your teammates here. When you see that, do you see a situation of, hey, maybe that allows me to play a little bit more facing up off the ball, which is something that I think is kind of important. What's the intrigue there?
Absolutely. Nick is probably like a solid 5, and just having him as someone who can play the 5 and I don't have to worry about some responsibilities as a 5 is very appealing. I mean, I think there's a couple of 4s and a couple of swing 3-4s guys coming in, and it'll be interesting to see how that'll be if that happens.
And then with Duke, you know, they were your last official visit. Most recent one, I guess, end of February?
Yep.
Still don't know what the big man situation is going to be there, but we know Wendell's coming in. But don't know what might happen with Harry Giles or Marquise Bolton or anything like that.
Yeah.
Where do things stand with them? And, after that, what's the next step in this process for you?
Things stand pretty good with Duke. I mean, it's just we looked at, like, I holistically looked at the school. I mean, I didn't just look at, like, what their current roster situation was. And honestly, that's what's most appealing to me. I mean, my mom and sister really loved the visit. And Coach K is really, like, a special guy. I mean, people have very good stories about Coach K, and I come to find, like, all of that stuff is true.
Did he take you up in the tower?
I didn't go up in the tower. No, I didn't go up there. I think they were closing or something like that. But I didn't go up there. I'm afraid of heights anyway, so I think it's best that I just go up there.
So we're almost in April now.
Mm-hmm.
Got to decide sometime. Like you say, time is ticking.
Yep.
Is it do you feel pressure now that, like, you're getting to the time where you have to decide, or are you feeling, like, more at ease with things? I mean, surely you've got to have a couple schools in your mind that are kind of maybe elevating themselves above the others. If you'd like to tell us which ones, that's great. But if not, that's okay too.
Honestly, I'd tell you if that was the case, but I feel as if I can see myself at all four of these programs, and obviously I can't go to all four. I kind of have to pick one, but all four of these places are great places that I can really see myself at.
When would you like to have the decision done by?
So a lot of people ask me, like, when is your decision? And quite frankly, I tell them all the time, like, I got to pick a school first before I make a decision.
Right.
So as far as, like, picking and deciding, I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't feel really pressured on time because guys last year, I mean, with Marquise and Jared, they committed as late as June. But I don't want to drag it out for that long. Right. But I feel comfortable in my own skin.
I think it's just one thing, the more light thing is, have you come across any, like, funny story or, like, random mishap with a coach during an in-home visit or something like that? Like, what's one that really stands out that regardless of where you go to school, you're going to be like, that moment was, like, the highlight of my recruitment?
Well, at my first two visits, we didn't go to any basketball games because the season, didn't start yet. So just watching my dad just, like, in that atmosphere, it was just hilarious to me. And, like, my dad is a very, like, formal guy. Like, if you see him, he's always wearing, like, suits and stuff like that. So just watching him, like, kick back in a T-shirt was probably the funniest things in my life. But this whole recruiting process has honestly been a blessing for many reasons. I mean, being, like, one of the top guys is wasn't really expected. It was worked for, but it wasn't really expected. But it's really, like, brought my family together. Like, before, my family situation wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best. And I think with this recruiting process, it really come together and sort of, like, patch things up.
It's just brought you guys together as a unit. That's
exactly.
Good.
And often in a lot of different cases, it does the opposite, and I'm glad.
Absolutely.
Exactly, and I'm glad it's beneficial
good.
for us.
I think from talking to you over the years, if basketball doesn't work out, I really need to watch out for you to come take my job or any of the other guys. But we thank you.
I can't stand kids. I can't.
We thank you. Once again, I'm Eric Bossi of Rivals.com. This is Mo Bamba. We're here at the McDonald's AllAmerican Game. You can see him Wednesday night, and stay with us all week for more.